Hey folks, it's Fridgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Boulder Canyon. I am just using up the very last of the herbicide that we've got in the tank on here, and then we're going to have to go back and get some more so that we can finish spraying herbicide on this field. The only problem we've got with that is that we don't exactly have a boatload of money. In fact, we've got absolutely no money whatsoever. So we may actually struggle, and we also didn't quite have enough to reach the end of the row there, so we will just fold this bad boy up right here. Something that I did want to talk about, I've been notified of a video that has been recently published casting, throwing shade, shall we say, throwing shade on our accomplishments here on his map. Now, I felt that we had done pretty well with the things that we had done. I thought that we had done pretty well. You know, I looked in here, I showed you this bit with the statistics. Trees cut down 1,152. And I've had someone throwing shade on this accomplishment and basically saying it's just not good enough and that they feel that they've done better. The person in question is none other than the administrator on our very own Discord server, Duckzorly, and some of you will be familiar with his work. He does have his own channel, and he is doing his own hardcore series. Now, obviously, I started my hardcore series first, and unable to come up with his own unique ideas, he decided to just copy mine. So he is doing a hardcore series, just like me, because as we know, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. But what he's gone and done is that he has challenged us. He has said quite clearly that our phenomenal accomplishment of cutting down 1,000 trees is simply not good enough. He's laughing about it and throwing some serious shade, saying that it is not good, it's nothing to be proud of. And then he's busy showing off the fact that on his map, on his hardcore series, he has got 7,000 trees that have been cut down. Now, on the face of things, that does indeed seem to be very, very impressive. And I was ready to say that I took my hat off to him, and congratulations, he has outdone me and outshone me in every way possible. But then, if we take a closer look, we realize that things are not all as rosy as they seem down under with our Duckbilled platypus. He has not just gone and made an amazing account. He hasn't just gone and done something that is absolutely mind-blowing and stunning. He has not gone and he hasn't gone and cut down 7,000 trees. It says 7,000 trees. But the fact of the matter remains that he has not cut down 7,000 trees. Right, I've sold a few bales there. We've sold 6, so that we have got a little bit of money. The bales in here, if we have a look, are currently selling at $343 per 1,000 litres, which is a ridiculous amount of money. I can't sell any more because we need the silage. Otherwise, I would go and sell a whole load more than that. But we've now got enough money to buy herbicide and stuff like that. Right. Yeah, his 7,000 trees look really impressive, but it turns out that the poor fella, poor duck-billed platypus, doesn't know how to use chainsaw. He doesn't even know which end of the chainsaw to hold, and when he was shown a chainsaw recently working, he actually asked what that funny noise was that it was making. So, I mean, the poor bloke is just confused. So he has no idea how to use chainsaw. The concept of using a tree harvester, the Ponzi Scorpion, is just too complex for him to get his poor little mind around, and he's unable to actually operate the thing. So he doesn't use that one either. No, what Duckzorly does is he uses an all-in-one machine that just drives up to the tree, rips a stump out of the ground, and shreds it all into wood chips. Does it instantly, and then he drives on to the next tree. He doesn't try to cut down the logs and use them for sale. No, he just uses an insta-chop shred machine and goes through and obliterates all the trees without actually taking any value from them whatsoever. And so, yes, 7,000 trees does look impressive on the face of things, but when you realize that he's not actually cut down 7,000 trees, he's just gone through with a large machine and shredded them all instead, then things start to take on a different note, don't they? They really do start to look a little bit different, and his wonderful accomplishment that he's claiming to have done suddenly doesn't look quite so rosy and wonderful anymore, does it? I mean, yep, 7,000 trees. Well done, Ducky. Well done. Round of applause to you. Well done. You've done well. 7,000 trees. We'll give you a solid thumbs up there, mate. And we'll just smile and nod, give you a solid thumbs up. So if you see Ducky, don't upset him. He's easily upset. Just smile and nod, give him a clap, thumbs up, and tell him well done for his 7,000 trees. Because let's be honest, if he's still confused about why a chainsaw would make noise, the idea of actually cutting down and processing over 1,000 trees, it's gonna be a bit much for the poor bloke. He's under a lot of pressure. I mean, we all are. It's the lockdown, stuff like that going on, so there is a lot of pressure around, and for some, it's obviously just proven to be a little bit too much. So, well done, Ducky. You've done absolutely brilliantly, but I did feel that I should address that. Please go and see his video. If I remember, I'll actually stick a link to that video in the description down below. If I don't, then come and join our Discord, and you'll find a link to his video on there, and you can go and have a look and see for yourself the shade that he is throwing. Right, we'll move on now. We will get on with what we need to do. The hired help can carry on and do that job now. They can finish spraying this field. That field will then all be done. I talked yesterday about what I was sort of ideas that I thought maybe we could try. As I'm going to use the bucket for this, I think. Ideas that maybe we could try with our organic farming and how we could best represent it. So I'm not going to go on about that again today. I did all of that yesterday, so I'm looking forward to seeing your feedback on that. I really am. I'm quite curious to the ideas that some of you may have to represent organic farming. There are a number of farmers that watch the series, and some of you have got some I get some really awesome ideas and feedback coming from some of you, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what you've got to say about what I was talking about yesterday. But this for me, that's going to be tomorrow before I get to read that, so we will have to wait and see. I'm just going to feed the cat. You know what I should do is I should gather up the silage. This is something that does annoy me a little bit, is you put mixed feed in for the cows, and then you get silage coming out of them when you go and do this job, and that always does frustrate me a little tiny bit. So I'm forever tipping silage in, but I get the total mixed ration coming from them. I think it should be total mixed ration that's coming out of the trough if that's what you're putting into the trough, to be honest. But well, this is the way it is, so we'll run with it like this. We got a little bit of cleanliness that we need to polish up there, and there's a little bit over by the chickens as well. So if we just go and clean that up, we're actually fairly all right for food for the animals. I mean, the sheep are definitely fine. They've got about 5 days worth of food. The chickens, we could go and get a trailer load and put in for the chickens, although actually now we've got our bigger trailer, we should be able to fill them right up, because what we were doing before, we put a whole trailer load in and it wouldn't even get close to filling up the chicken's pen. Now we've got this big trailer, we should be able to put in a trailer load of wheat or barley and fill the thing right up to the very brim, and then we don't need to worry about it. Wool over here, we've got 1 full pallet of wool ready to roll, and we have got, well, we're not going to be selling that today. We're not going to sell that today. Eggs behind us over there, we've got, it looks like a full pallet, maybe a little bit more besides. I can't quite see it from over here. We'll leave the eggs for now, but they are 2.5 grand per 1,000 litres, which is not to be sniffed at. That's not a bad amount, really. So we will seriously consider selling. Although I still kind of want to do my whole thing where I sell the eggs right at the end and they pay off the loan. But now I've gone and gotten rid of the Christmas presents now, so we don't have those that we can bring into it. Probably shouldn't be driving up onto the actual sheep trough like that. If I don't... At the very least, I'm going to end up shredding my tyres by ripping them up sideways like that. Probably doing worse than that. There is those done and fed and finished. So now I can go and get a load of this over here. Look at all the stuff we've got in there. That one is piled high. We've got 500,000 litres of the stuff in here. How much? What do we run out of? I've got 5,000 litres of silage left, 93,000 litres of straw, and we've run out of hay on this. But 500,000 litres on here, that's probably going to be enough to fill the cattle pen all the way to the prim with 200 cows in there. Well, I think it's about 600,000, but with what we've got in there already, we're not going to be far off. We'll haul this one round. This large trailer being full of total mixed ration is definitely going to be... This tractor should be belching smoke slightly darker than the pure white that's coming out right now. It's definitely going to be a bit of a struggle for it. Bring that right the way in there. I mean, he does sound like he's working on that a bit. He definitely does sound like he's working it a bit. And in you go. So what are we going to get with these now? What are we going to move on up to? Where that's going to put us up to... What, are we going to be close to 140,000, is it? Still got 15,000 in there. Tip all of that out. It does tip quite slowly coming out of this thing, doesn't it? A little bit slow. There we go. Right. And we are up to 150,000 litres of total mixed ration thereabouts. We won't worry about them anymore for a minute. We're not going to be buying any more cows for a minute. We're going to leave the purchasing of more cows until we've got a reasonable extra slice of money. Well, actually, we might be able to buy some more pretty soon, because once the spraying is complete... What are you doing down over there exactly? It looks like he's... Are you... What exactly are you doing? You look confused. You look... You definitely look confused. You look a bit like a Duckzorly faced with a chainsaw. Go on, you can do this. I've got complete total faith in you. You can do it. You can figure it out. There we go. Fantastic. Right, we'll let that one keep going there then. And we can run over this way and we can grab a bit of grain. Now, what have we got in with the chickens at the moment? We've got 10,000 litres. It's about half full. So if we put 12,000 litres into here, that should completely fill it up and we can dump the rest back in storage. We'll jump in there. 63,000. We've got 12,000. We'll take all of the barley that we've got in here. We'll dump it all in the trailer. And then we will take it on round to the chickens. Tip this out. We're going to need to, because it tips out on the right-hand side. So rather than altering that we've got neatly set up for everything in here, we will run around this way and we'll do it coming back through. Because we've got all of our tracks set up coming out through here, so we can access it without any problems. There. Come on up round that way. And then haul on up beside the chicken pen right there. And we can tip. So that's going to tip out just over 10,000 litres of that barley, I would think. And then the last little tiny bit. Okay, we've got 3,000 litres left exactly. That'll keep the chickens busy for a couple of days. They can peck through that in a couple of days, and then we can give them the last little bit remaining. Now, if we've only got 60,000 litres of barley that's left, I'm going to go this way. So that then when I come out, I can come back through and put this one underneath that spout right there. If we've only got 60,000 litres of wheat, after we've done our... And also we are going to want straw. So the next crop after this canola is going to be corn again, so that we've got plenty there ready for pigs. After that, we will grow wheat. I think we will increase the amount of wheat that we've got in storage. And then... After that, we'll probably end up growing more corn, because I'm not sure how much corn we're going to need to be able to fill up the pig pen completely. I've got a feeling that we are going to need to put in... We're going to need a couple more crops worth. I don't think we've got quite enough as it is at the moment. Or, you know, we're not going to have enough with 2 harvests either. Because what have we got in the way of corn? We've got 70,000 litres in there at the moment. It's... 70,000 litres is all right, but yeah, I don't think that's going to cut it, to be honest. It is not even going to come close. Right, we'll leave that one down there, and then we can go up this way. We've got those machines there have already been cleaned off, so I will start grabbing some of those, and we can get them put away into the shed. And actually, it's only one machine there that's been cleaned off. It's that rake. The rake doesn't go in the shed. We put the rake down over there. Let's bring you back over here like that, and then we can bring you round this side. Now, what I've gone and done is I have gone and dumped a bit of lime over here, which is going to be in the way a little. Actually, it's not going to be in the way because I don't need to put lime on the field for a while. So we can leave our rake right there. That's where we leave our rake, and we just put cover over it because we haven't got room for it in the shed. Helper I has completed their task. Excellent. If you have actually completed your task, that would be even better. He has completed... Wow. Colour me impressed. He has actually done what he set out to do. We've got hired help with brain here, ladies and gentlemen. There's a little tiny bit... And you know what? That doesn't matter. I don't think that bit matters. So, with where we're at now... I would say, let's not swipe the end of our sprayer off. We don't really want to do that. I'm going to now go up to 120 times speed, and we're going to run it through at fast speed until tomorrow, because we're going to need this. It's probably not going to be tomorrow. It's probably going to be the day after tomorrow. We're working on every other day at the moment with milk collection. So tomorrow we will have milk collection, and then the following day there won't be milk collection. But I don't think that's going to cause us any issues anywhere. I'm going to put you back in the shed. I'm not going to worry about repairing the sprayer because I don't think we've done enough to actually need to run any serious maintenance on it. Because we could have hosed the thing off a little bit while we were at it, but it's fine. We can just leave it like that. And out you go. So this one is going to need the mower, or the 2 mowers on fairly soon, because we're going to be doing the mowing. We've got a lot of mowing that we're going to want to get done up there, so I'm just going to hook this one onto that machine over there, because as I want to wash this one off anyway, and we're going to want to just make sure that we've repaired both of these. We'll do them both at the same time rather than using the Deutz to do it. So we'll bring you back there, and we will hook you on, bring you forward like this. 12 o'clock now. 12 o'clock lunchtime. We may also be able to sell some wool tomorrow. We've got at least 1 full pallet that we can go and shift, which is good, and that means that we just got to wait until the price is right before we sell any, and then we'll sell whatever wool we've got. Eggs. Yeah, I'm not so concerned about the eggs. I kind of like storylines that people have been coming up with for moving away from this map, and what I got from a lot of people was that you don't want storylines that have to take us from one map to the next. You'd rather have standalone storylines from one map to the next, so we can finish up this series and we can simply say that we were unable to reach a point where we could pay off the loan in full. So we ended up selling up the farm completely, paying off our loan, and then moving away, and that was that. And then we start a brand new story to go to the next spot. So, I mean, you can have either or. You can have that, or we go to the next spot without 2 pennies to rub together, because we sold everything, we moved away, and then there was a class action lawsuit against us from all of our former employees, who were a little bit disgruntled by the fact that I fired so many of them. Basically, you can take your pick with that, but we will end up starting our next one without very much at all. A lot of you did say you didn't like the way I started this series without anything. All I had was a chainsaw to start this series, whereas a lot of you felt that I should have had at least a pickup with me. So for our next series, I will be starting it with the bank balance will say 0, We will have somewhere that we can rest our head at night. I believe the deck chair mod allows you to put that down on land you don't own and then skip the night. And we will... I forgot to go and service the seed drill. Completely forgot to service the seed drill. I should have done that. Let's go and get the seed drill. We'll take it over and we will actually service the seed drill. Yeah, and then we will just go from there. We'll have a pickup, and that'll be it. That's going to be the only thing that we own, and we will have a bank balance of 0. So, to start off with, we're going to have to do contracts in order to be able to earn ourselves a little bit of money. But anyway, I got sidetracked. I wasn't concentrating, and I need to actually service and repair this bad boy right here. So, the tractor is in pretty good nick. We only need... just an oil filter and a fuel filter to be replaced on there. This one in here needed a couple of coulters and that replaced on it, so that just the tips on the coulters, things like that, is just to allow it to keep working in tip-top condition. It's like the cultivator bits that it's got on it. It's just the tips on those. You sometimes you have to replace them as they get worn out. So We've replaced a few of those, not all of them. There were only a couple that were really badly worn. And then on the tractor itself, we put on a couple of new filters, and that's it. That's our servicing done. Now we can actually put this one back in the shed. Let's see if I can do it a second time without driving into anything. Color me impressed. Look at that. I'm impressed with myself for doing that. I really am. Right. I don't think there's anything else that I'm going to want to do with this tractor before we get to work. I'm not going to hook the mowers on yet, just in case there is something else I end up wanting to do with that tractor, but I don't think there will be. I think we're just going to be wanting to get going with the mowing and stuff in the morning. It does depend on the state of the crop, but what we want to do right now is we want to give ourselves... we want to give ourselves 11 hours of sleep like that. Sleep through the night, and we should have another cow or two in shed in the morning, and there should be a few more sheep. We've got rain on its way. The canola over there is golden yellow in the field. Look at that. Look at the beautiful colouring of the canola. Let's go and climb up on here. Where's the best? I want to get up onto the stone to go and have a look at this. Love the colour of the canola, but it's also going to rain fairly soon. So despite the fact that the grass up on that field up there is absolutely ready to cut, we can't go doing it just yet. I also want to just slow that. I shouldn't have been fast forwarding. I should have stopped, because we need to go and take the milk away from the cows. Now, let's go and have a look in here. With 1,300 per 1,000 for milk. Wool is up to 900. It's got to be above 1,000 is what we really want for the wool. I think we've got enough spare on there. Eggs are down to 1,500. Silage is down. Everything is down. We're going to go and sell the wool. We'll go and sell that wool a minute, jumping up over the roof of the shed. In a highly realistic fashion. Right, let's get you. How much milk have we got? How are we doing? How are the cows? We've got 203 sheep in here. We've got 89 cows. Got another one in 9 hours' time. 25,000 litres of milk. We're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well. At 25,000 litres of milk for 2 days. At the moment, we're still every other day collection. Unless we can get more money today. Now, I suppose... wool at over 900 per 1,000 litres. We were selling it at that before. We have seen it at over 1,000, but it does seem to be a rarer occurrence. So it's more likely that we're going to be getting wool at anything above 900. So, I mean, we could go and sell the milk. Sorry, not the milk, the wool. The wool. We're selling the milk. We're doing that now. We could actually go and sell the wool, and... that's going to get us a little bit of extra money on top of what we're going to get now for the milk, which means that we have then got the potential to go and buy some more cows. We've got at least 2 full pallets there, which is not a bad amount. There's 10,000 litres for each, isn't it? Right, let's load up all of that milk into there. See, this is what I should do, is we should skip the night, and I should put it to 1 times speed, sell the milk first thing in the morning. Regardless of the price, this is how we do it. While that's loading, Let's go and have a look down here. We've got 10,000 on there, 10,000 on there. 1,900, 6,005. So we got 30,000 litres of wool, which is going to pull in just under 30 grand. There's the milk that we need to take round and sell. So we leave the farm by driving out this way. Go on round that corner there. This one doesn't have a very good turning circle on it, does it? It's quite a poor turning circle, really, this one. I mean, it still works, but it's just not a very good turning circle on the truck. But no, never mind. It's not our truck, so it's not like we have to worry about using the thing too much. It's just for the milk. And there we go. We got money coming in. 20,000 litres, and I mean it is $1,300. It is $1,300 per 1,000 litres, so we're going to get a reasonable amount from it, which does mean, you know, especially if we go, I think we will. I think we will sell the wool. I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, you know, we can either wait for a lot longer, and it is going to be a lot longer, $33,000 there for the milk. Now, the truck needs to go back down the road and then park up ready for its next excursion. So we will put the truck back down where we got it from. Drives off back down the valley. I mean, he's driving off down the valley here. He's completely full. He's loaded up. He's done his every other day collection. And if we can get enough cows now, we could end up with the ability to sell the milk tomorrow morning. If we get more than 16,000 litres by tomorrow morning, we are able to go and sell milk tomorrow morning, and that's something that I would like to be able to do. You've been running all night. That probably explained why we're running a little bit low on fuel right here. So I'll go and grab that wool a minute, and we'll do that next. We've got just enough time to sell that and then buy a few more cows, and then we're going to be running around and dealing with the animals. We leave this on 1x speed until I've finished doing this little bit here. I need to round bales, mission pallets, egg boxes, cotton pallets, like that. Load you up, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop loading. We unload on. We unload onto the trailer and then put the straps on like that. And we go and take 30,000 litres of wool. And we take this. So we'll get about $27,000 for this, which is not to be sniffed at. That's going to give us well over 50 grand. And we will use some, but not all. I think we want to save around about $10,000. Oh, we got 31. Right, nice. Okay. I'd say saving around $10,000 would be kind of the right amount. That's going to allow us to be able to do all of our planting and stuff again tomorrow, which is when we're next going to be doing it, because the crop's not ready to harvest today. Plus, we've got rain incoming as well. Right, now, I need to try and straighten this one up. So we will do that, and we will load you on here, and then we will put that one out there. And all I got to do is line that one up with the area here for the pallets, if I get this right. Now, it puts it slightly forward of the frame, so if I bring the frame to just the very edge there and then plonk them, it puts them forward slightly, and that gets all 6 of them neatly lined up on there. Now, if I can do this correctly, I bring that one round like that. There. Okay, I forgot to turn just then. That wasn't quite the way that I was planning to do it. We will put you back onto 5x speed, just for a minute. And now turn like that. Turn a bit more. Keep turning. Oops. Really not doing great. No. Come on. I can do this. I can absolutely do this. I'm sure I can. I think I would really strive. I don't think I've ever actually reversed a trailer with a turntable in real life. I think I would struggle. Although, to be honest, I have improved quite a bit on my ability to reverse these trailers compared to what it was when I first started playing Farming Simulator, because I'd not reversed them in real life. So I feel that I have made some significant improvements even if I do say so myself, and I feel that is something that I can be proud of. It really does seem like a little bit of a waste, this. Like, I'm looking up at this field, and we've got grass right here, and look, it's ready to harvest. Now, the canola's not ready to harvest yet, but I could take a cut off of this field and then leave it another day. We could end up getting 3 cuts off of the grass for every 2 harvests that we get over there, if we really wanted to. I'm still not going to actually do that, though. I'm not going to do it. Now, I got brown and white cows, so we will also do brown and white cows here. And we will start moving these across. So that is 35, 40, 50,000. That's going to leave me with 15,000. If I go right there, we've got 109 cows. If I do one more, that's going to leave me, it's 56,000. It's actually just under 15,000. All right, we'll do it like that. So then I got 110 cows, a nice even number. We got $14,000 left. That's not too shabby. We can have a look in here. Let's just... All right, we'll move over here so that we don't have to look at that bit. We go and have a look in here now. We're a bit low on food. We do need to tidy them up and clean them a bit. We've got a new cow every 14 hours now. So that's reduced down a little bit. Oh, no, that was what it was already, wasn't it? Actually, I think that was already on 14¼ hours. So it does need to... We can update that. If I jump you up to 120 a minute, and then I go here like this, there we go, we've updated. Right, now, if I bring you back down to 5 times, just for a minute, we'll go and start putting... Well, I think I want to just, like, tidy everything up first. But I haven't got a lot of mess. I'm going to speed this up to, say, 60 times speed. And we'll leave it on that for the day, while we just kind of potter around, put food in for the animals, and clean them up and stuff like that. And then tomorrow, we should be able to start our harvest. And also, I'm hoping that 110 cows will actually produce more than 16,000 litres of milk, which means that we get to sell everything that we get to sell all the milk every day then. Starting tomorrow, we will be able to start doing daily sales rather than every other day, which means that we've got a daily income coming in. That's the main reason I want it, is so that we've got this guaranteed daily income, which I think is going to make a bit of a difference to everything that we're doing. But anyway, I've run out of time for now, so I'm going to just leave that bit there. Well, we've done that bit. We're going to go over to the sheep over here, but we're not going to actually start cleaning them up, or I will a little bit. Yeah, we will come back to this next week. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.